Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Juan, and in today's video I'm gonna tell you how I manifested my dream apartment, but it's not perfect. If you're into manifestation, spirituality, lifestyle content, and a lot of creative content, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so you're notified when I upload my next video. And without further ado, let's start. Okay, so manifestation. I've talked about manifestation in a few of my videos, and I'll put it like cards or link them down below for you. But this video specifically is way more special because this is the biggest thing that I've manifested like ever in my life. Having my own apartment was a huge deal for me, and now I'm here. A little backstory. So I've been living in the States for the past 7 years, and pretty much since the moment that I moved here, I knew that I wanted an apartment or my own space at least. But I always felt like there was some type of like either resistance or blockage when it comes to it. Either I wasn't making any money and then getting into a lot of credit card debt. So there was always like something, somebody saying something, you know, like there was always something or someone in the middle of it, of me getting an apartment, right? And even after I paid off all my credit cards and my credit score like went really high up, there was still something, and it's because I wasn't ready mentally and physically. Like, yes, I wanted to, but mentally I was still living like I was a very sheltered kid that turned into a very sheltered, self-sheltered teenager. So I thought of me having to do things on my own, having to think on my own, not asking questions, or not like reaching out to people right there and there. It was scary. It was very scary. So something that you have to know about me is that I used to rely on people heavily on every single decision. Even if I was gonna get a t-shirt, I used to ask people just to see what they thought. So when the pandemic hit, I lost my job around the same time. So I had no idea what was gonna do. We had no idea what was gonna happen. And then my unemployment hit. I said to myself, you gotta take full advantage of this situation. You know what you're gonna do. So I basically, I've always been somebody that saved my money because I just don't want it to run out. That's trauma, by the way. But this pushed me a little bit harder. I was like, you know what? You gotta not spend. Obviously, I did spend money, but it wasn't even, maybe not even a 10% of what I was getting. I had a purpose, and this was the purpose. And while still getting unemployment, I still knew that I wasn't gonna live in New York. I just wanted to get out of New York. I didn't really want to get a job in New York because I was gonna have to leave it in a few months. So I was like, let me look for places. I was debating between Philadelphia and Chicago. The reason why I picked Philly, I've never been in Philly, by the way. The reason why I picked it is because it was close enough to my family. Like if something happened, I wasn't that far from my family. I'm like maybe not even 2 hours away from them, but also not so close that it would be easy for me to go and push myself a little bit more, being almost 2 hours away. Now, the reason why my apartment is not perfect, and also the reason why now I know that being very specific is very important when manifesting, because I manifested pretty much everything that I wanted, but then I left a few things that I just didn't think about. Like for example, I always wanted a window on my bathroom. Literally on this apartment, the biggest window, I have 1, 2, 3, 6 windows in the whole apartment. The window in the bathroom is the biggest window. It's like a regular size window, or the size that I had in New York. The other ones are the narrow ones. I'll put a picture on top. Big window in the bathroom, check. I wanted to live not on the first floor. I don't like my first floor. That was actually one of my deal breakers. Unless it was a house, I did not want to live in a first floor. Check. I went natural light. That was very important to me as well. This apartment is I think it's southeast facing window, which is like the best, the prime facing that you want to be facing. Does that make sense? Being in a good location, check. And also having a space for me to have like either an office or like a workspace, check, right? I got my list. That's pretty much all I asked. Like, I knew that this was my first apartment, so I wasn't gonna get, also my budget is not the biggest, so I wasn't planning to get like my dream like apartment, which will be like one of those complexes. Like you get pretty much like great views on a high rise. This was close enough for me, but I forgot to talk about how I'm gonna get to my floor. I live in a fourth, it's technically a third, on the third floor, but it's a fourth floor walk up, with my stairs being very high up, like they're very inclined. So, you know, make sure that when you're manifesting that, to add elevator or an easier way to get up. So it's the little things, which at the end of the day, they don't really matter, because I still got the apartment that I wanted. I still, you know, did the thing that I wanted to do, and this is a big accomplishment for myself, and I am grateful, happy, you know, and all of those good emotions. So I wanted to share that with you. I wanted to share that, you know, make sure to be very specific when you manifest things. So writing down, it's always a good thing. I didn't write down as much, but I did visualize a lot, especially this apartment. As soon as I saw it on the pretty random, Craigslist ad, the only apartment that I contacted from Craigslist was this apartment. Loved it right away. When I got here, when I saw it, loved it even more. And now I'm here. And you can too. I'm somebody that sometimes gets very negative. So the fact that I manifested this, the fact that I am here making this video on my spare room / office. So I invite you to, you know, manifest your heart. Manifest your heart out. What are you gonna lose? You know? What are you gonna lose? Nothing. Manifesting good things. So with that, I'm gonna leave you guys. Don't forget to like the video if you like this type of content. Don't forget to subscribe. The red button, you all know it. And hit the notification bell so you're notified when I upload my next video. That's very important, because sometimes the YouTube subscription area box, it's very shady. So hi. Do the bell, do the thingies. And also let me know in the comments below if you like this type of content. Let me know what you have manifested. What's the biggest thing that you have manifested in your life? And with that, don't forget that you're enough, that you matter, and your feelings are valid. Hope you have a great day, night, whenever you watch this video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.